So I've been thinking of a few things. I've been thinking why and how should I really connect to people. And what I mean by connecting to people is meet people, get to know people, really much just kind of understand how, and just to kind of get some connection sort of fashion. I've been thinking of that. And why I'm being thinking of that, well, thing is, you're only going to be as successful as, the people around you are. I tell you, even though you might be very talented, I'm not saying I'm the best person ever in the world. There are some great people, out there. But what I tell you, I just don't understand some situations here. I've been trying to get to connect people, to know people, outside of the channels, just kind of outside of things I've been doing. And it's very hard. I don't know, is it just kind of what I personally do? Or is it what I am? Or I don't know. I've been trying to contact these other composers to kind of get to know them, try to understand them. Because the thing is, I want to do some big things. I personally want to do big things with other people, and I know that in order to do big things, you need others. You need these sort of trusted people, and I've found some people, but it's very hard. It's very hard to get people to actually trust you. It seems, or kind of I don't know. I don't know what it is. Thing is, I don't know what sort of aura I give to people. I personally just I am what I am, I suppose. Some Finnish dude from the countryside. Yeah. I don't even know what AFK did mean, until a few years ago. And it's just like, I don't know the internet culture. I don't know much. But still, I'm being, of course, trying. And this channel actually has been growing because of the live streaming and such, which we have been doing. So I thank you very much on that. Actually, we're going to be live streaming very much afterwards of this. So stay tuned. But I don't know how to really connect to people, it seems. I don't know, is it just me or what I'm doing wrong or something? Because it's this sort of it's this sort of experience I had when I was in high school sort of fashion. When I was doing then the music still. I already have worked on projects, back in the day. And, I had some, acquaintances in there, which I talked with and such. Many, actually. Because I wanted to really get to know people and such. And once I really start talking, what I do and such, and composing, people drifted away. I don't understand it. I just, people just drift away. And is it something I do, or, I don't know. I do not know. I personally am, as I've just seen, and I want to say, and of course, I'm not the perfect person, but I'm personally very friendly to people and open-minded in a sense that, if I meet someone, I'm going to be, just seeing what happens, and, according to their actions, of course, treat them accordingly. But the thing is, I've been trying to get into this, there's this community of composers in the land of Twitter. I don't actually know are those big composers actually watching this. I doubt it, because it's kind of, people focus on themselves sort of fashion. Of course, nothing against those composers in there, but I tell you, I've been trying to get to know those people. I've been trying to understand them. And it's very close circles, and you are not part of the group sort of fashion. It's very hard to get as part of the group, even though your intentions are good. My intentions very much to get know to these people is to kind of trying to build this sort of village spirit in a sense that, working together and creating some stuff together, because that's what we need. I want to help some other people to go far, and, if that would help me, I would of course be very happy. That's sort of the fashion I've been thinking myself. And I'm just not getting luck on that. I don't know, is it just what I'm doing, or, what sort of stuff I'm doing? I don't know. It might be something. If you know, let me know. I'm just directly talking to you, letting you know how thing is. I personally am very frustrated on that, because it feels like you have to work so... if I would actually want to get to know people, I should be using that as my main job. That's the thing. I should be I should have 3 aliases, one of it just working on the compositions over all the day, and then I should have one of the people in just Twitter all the day, and one person doing potatoes all the day. No, that. Well, having just one person doing that is kind of. I've been just recently doing a lot of farming. I love it. I love being at the farmhouse doing the farming stuff, being actually planting some plants. Potatoes are ready, onions are now fully ready, and also I've been planting some bushes of, some kind of bushes that, actually have some berries on there. Yeah, berry bushes. And the thing is, my ladies and gentlemen, is that I feel very frustrated. It feels I'm perhaps doing something wrong. It's very much this sort of powerless sort of feeling. I try to do all the things I try to understand. Perhaps I'm just limited with my understanding of things, but even as hard as you try to do, you are still limited as a human being. You're still human, and it's very humbling. Of course, you should be humble always. Otherwise, you're going to be getting arrogant, and I don't want to personally get into the arrogant position because I know I'm going to be weak in that position. Because of course, when you are arrogant, you don't understand the things around you. You don't understand what is ahead of you. But I feel I don't understand something very important. Should I be just cutthroat and nasty and try to, be the hey, nice to meet you, and be very sleazy to everybody? Should that be the trick? I don't want to do that sort of thing. I want to be real with people as much as I can. I don't want to be just as this sort of person who just goes to people and just there's this sort of persons that are so superficial, and I feel that's the only really way to go forward, and I don't want to do that. I personally want to avoid it as much as possible. I feel like the social medias make you superficial. Social medias make you this sort of dumbed down person. I feel all of these places do it. I feel that is happening. Perhaps I just don't understand how to reach people. As I've had a previous talk on the fact that I think I failed miserably at one point. I think I failed, especially when it comes to these Patreons and such. I'm actually going to do a major overhaul there. I'm going to be doing major overhaul in my website, which I think I also failed. I'm going to be changing it. I tell you, very big time. And I feel like I might have just done something, I might be doing a mistake which I don't understand what I'm doing. Is it just what actions I'm doing, or is it just, how I'm looking or something? I don't know. Of course, you people, you know better. You are kind of outside of me. You understand, how things go, from the outside of perspective. So I would, of course, respect to hear what you say. But I don't know. It might be hard also to other people to connect with people. I tell you, it's I personally, my life would be very much happy to have this sort of trusted artist people around, and to help them, help each other, do project together, sort of fashion. But it feels there's this sort of course, it might be just my feeling, but I feel there's this sort of it might be because there's just a computer screen there, and just social media screens and such. Everybody kind of reflects on themselves, on how they see other people, and I feel like I'm, my own kind of interest, especially, other people's interest on what I do and such. I don't know how they are, especially connected to the online world. I've already gotten used to the fact that I'm not going to be the biggest person. I'm not going to very much, of course, try to pretend anything else. But I wish very much to do as much as work as possible to get do more stuff, do more works. And the streaming has been very positive for me. But I hate this sort of silence of kind of nastiness of kind of social medias. I don't know. Is it just the older you grow, the more you understand that how things really are. But it feels like it's very ruthless, this sort of world we are living in. It's very ruthless, and some people might just get kind of dumbed down. I'm just going to be the person who's just going to be push even more if that sort of happens. That's my personality. But I tell you, I don't know how other people have this sort of situation on themselves and how do they reflect. It's just very nasty. I think it's this sort of cutthroat sort of feeling when trying to understand people and trying to kind of see people, how they work and such. I've been personally I've contacted many people. I've been trying to get to know the people, and the circles are very small. I don't know how they work. Are they just this sort of people have to be doing certain things to I don't know. As you noticed, I'm pretty conflicted on this sort of thing. I have mixed feelings. Other than that, I've been doing well. I've been growing. I'm the small fish on the pond. That's what I am. But the thing is, I've been very happy. I've been recently trying to get to projects. With no much luck. That's why I'm doing the major project myself. You cannot rely on others too much on your own success. You have to really do it yourself. I'm hoping to, with my own stuff, especially when it comes to the RPG project I'm doing, which of course is very big. Hopefully you people know about it. If you don't, it's basically this big RPG project that is going to be released, I think, this year. Hopefully, we shall see. The demo is going to be released, and I tell you, you should only be on that sort of relying on yourself fashion, it seems. But of course, you still need other people to help you out. You still need the other eyes to look at you and see how you're doing. And please criticize me if you have anything on that sort of point. But you see, I'm personally not the person to just like cry out like sort of fashion. I'm more on the side of like try to understand it sort of fashion. I'm currently, my emotion side is kind of frustrated and a bit sad sort of fashion. But I've tried to understand it and go forward, but I don't know really the position. What should I be doing? We actually talked about in the past about if you want to get big, it's all about who do you know sort of fashion, especially in the beginning. It's hard to really get to meet new people on throughout these places that we are in. Like, look, this video place I'm currently at. It's very hard to see new people. I don't know how any new people actually going to watch it. I have no guarantee actually anyone watches this. That's the thing, and yeah, that's the that's the happy position I find myself in. Yes, very good, very good. So that's all. That's my ramblings today. I'm trying to do more ramblings because I am currently feeling that if I don't get myself to you, if I don't share too much of opinions I do have, it's just going to be very empty in a sense. I personally want to be sharing some opinions and some stories. This is kind of like a first rambling sort of fashion. I want to do more every week. This sort of like actually more talk and kind of stories of what is happening behind here. Some happy stories is actually that there's some cranes, the bird crane, I don't know, is that the right word? Kurki in Finnish. So I've been seeing a lot of cranes in the fields. They're very, very majestic little creatures. I've been seeing many of them. And in nature side of things, my life is going happy. With the social media thing, it's going very sad. So I'm trying to do better, but we shall see how it goes. Thanks for your opinions, and hopefully we see each other in future times. Yeah.